Zadie Smith, au nom du ministre de la Culture, je vous fais chevalier dans l'Ordre des Arts et Lettres.
I'm honoured to receive this honour, also somewhat amazed. Like most British people, I went through 10 years of French lessons without managing to get much beyond Je m'appelle Zadie. And once grown, instead of writing razor sharp, 100-page existential novellas about the meaning of life like a French person, I wrote 400-page baggy monsters about ordinary people, full of sofas and buses and family dramas, just like a roast beef. It's always been my assumption, actually, that the French didn't like me very much, and with good reason. I can remember coming to Paris once to do a little press conference for a novel of mine on beauty. And the first question from the floor was, Miss Smith, why do you persist in writing these long novels of, how do you say, bourgeois life? So I'm very glad if the French have come round to me, because French thought and culture have been a love of mine, and unrequited love, as poor Eponine knows, can be a very melancholy affair. And I owe a lot to the people we're no longer meant to call the French. Without Foucault, without Barthes, without Derrida, without Sartre, without Kristeva and Cixous, my mind would not be the dialectical and perhaps peculiar thing that it is. And without the examples of Flaubert and Camus, I would be a very different novelist. And without de Beauvoir, I would be an entirely different woman. I come from a stubborn little island, which is uniquely resistant to philosophy, full of the kind of people who like to kick rocks to prove the existence of things, and who prize above all common sense. As a teenager, I had to cross the channel, mentally speaking, to find intellectual confirmation of my own feelings about things like socialism, womanhood, race, or being itself. I don't often place any term of definition on myself, but if backed into a corner, I would wave a very small banner which had the words radical, humanist, existentialist in tiny lettering upon it. A collection of terms that would provoke mostly eye rolls in London, but still mean something in Paris. No thinkers have meant as much to me as Frantz Fanon and Simone Weil, and if I have any literary mission, it's to smuggle some of their radical, humanist, existentialist ideas into that cozy, baggy form that we roast beefs call the English novel. Given your own mighty literary heritage, the one thing French people don't need, I imagine, is any more English novels. But to find that some of you are at least reading mine and even finding something in them beyond sofas and buses, I've got a brace in, well, that makes me very happy. Thank you very much.